Vice President Joe Biden says that Donald Trump might be the next president of the United States. And the polls seem to indicate it. We'll talk about that. Plus, I'm going to pull a crazy stunt today. I'm Randall Terry. This is Voice of Resistance.
Those who forsake the law praise the wicked. Those who uphold the law resist them. Welcome to the Voice of Resistance. Here's your host, Randall Terry.
Welcome to the program. I've been thinking, everyone's focusing on Donald Trump and will he have enough delegates when he gets to the convention. I guarantee you right now, there are people inside of the Democrat machinery, Democrat Party, and they are hoping that Hillary doesn't have enough delegates and that it comes to a standoff between her and Sanders and they broker a convention and they get Biden. I guarantee you that there are Democrats that are thinking that right now and would love it because they know that Hillary is a horrible candidate, okay? Hillary is a horrible candidate. Bernie Sanders is a great campaigner, but he's a socialist. He's a self-avowed socialist. Now, we are a socialist country, so it's almost laughable that it would rile people up. This is unbelievable. We will never elect a socialist. Well, the Republicans are socialists. Don't kid yourself. Once you go along with the redistribution of wealth for personal items, personal issues, personal education, whatever, you're a socialist, okay? So it'll be fun to see. Because right now they're neck and neck in Iowa and in New Hampshire. All right, I said I was going to do something crazy. You ready? I'm going crazy on y'all. Look at this. Billy Bob, can they see this? Are they seeing this? This is called an earpiece. The earpiece is used for me to tell my time when I need to get out. He does time issues. So Billy Bob, Bobby Sue, they have a little mic. They can talk to me in the ear. And as we prepared for today's show, I realized, I want to do something crazy. So here's what I'm going to do. Billy Bob, you just start telling me what you want me to talk about. You give me an idea. I'm putting him on the spot. He did not know I was going to do it. So you tell me, this is live to tape, ladies and gentlemen, something you want to hear talk about. It could be anything. And I'll tell them what you said, and then I'll go. All right, you ready? Here we go. Okay, there are people who email the program and say that I'm crazy because I say that ISIS, and more importantly, Islam itself is dangerous. That I'm crazy because, or I'm Islamophobic, I'm crazy because I'm saying that Islam is dangerous. Here's my answer, you ready? Are you stupid? Are you not well read? Stupid's too harsh a word. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? One of the problems that we have in this country right now is that people do not read books. Where's my book? Is it here? Do I have a copy? I don't have a copy of it here. I'm thinking of the Ibn Ishaq book. It's not here. I'm going to show you. I'll show you this. This is live to tape. These two books. This is called The History of Al-Tabari. This is called The Life of the Prophet Muhammad. This is by Ibn Kathir. This is by Al-Tabari, The History of Al-Tabari. These books give a meticulous history of Muhammad's life. Now, this other book, put it up on the screen, Billy Bob, so that people can see it. This other book, The Life of Muhammad by Ibn Ishaq, is the gold standard. It's the most important. These two, right on the heels of that one, are the most important books on Muhammad's life. Al-Tabari continues after the death of Muhammad for centuries. It's quite an extensive history of the Islamic world, beginning with Muhammad and going for several hundred years. Yesterday, I spoke directly to our friends over at Young Turks. And said to them, look, you guys, you're all up in a tizzy because of the ISIS guidelines on rape, okay? And what they haven't done, and what most people haven't done, and anyone who thinks I'm crazy because I think Islam is dangerous, what you have not done is you have not read these books. Have you? You know you haven't. If you read Ibn Ishaq's one volume, Life of Muhammad, The Life of Muhammad, if you read that one volume, you will come away terrified with what Islam is. Repulsed. Shaking with rage. I don't know any other way to say it, okay? Muhammad had sex slaves. Okay? The so-called prophet of Islam had sex slaves. He gave his followers instructions on how and when they could rape their women captives. Okay? That's the truth. It's in the books. They're proud of it. So if you think I'm crazy because I fear Islam or I think that Islam is dangerous, I'm not the one who's crazy. I'm actually reading. We're going to take a quick break. It's going to be that fast, and then I'm going to continue with this game. So I hope he's ready. Hope he's ready, because if he's not ready, it's on him, not me. I'm Randall Terry, and that's Billy Bob, and that's Bobby Sue. I'll be right back. Friend, we are in the middle of producing a 14-part epic television series called What Would Muhammad Do?, explaining Islam and ISIS to the West. I have a master's degree in international terrorism, and I have studied ancient Islamic texts for over a decade. And we are going to do a very paced and a very scholarly look at Muhammad's life and see the connection of his life to today's headlines. Well, we need your help on 3 levels. 1, we need help with some security measures. 2, we need help with some gear for the studio. And 3, we need help with some computers. I'm inviting you to go to the GoFundMe site that you see on the screen and watch the pilot for episode 1. You'll get a feel for what it's going to be, and I promise you, you're going to be excited. You'll be challenged, and you're going to want your friends to see it. And then after you've seen it, give what you can to help us with this project. Thank you. I have been a leader in the pro-life movement for 30 years. And sadly, we have not prevailed in our goal to make it a criminal act to kill an unborn baby. There's reasons why we have failed. I wrote this book, A Humble Plea, to Catholic bishops, to evangelical clergy, and to lay people, explaining where we went wrong and what we have to do to prevail. We've made this available as a PDF online for free. I encourage you to go and download your own copy. All right, we're back, and I would not let either of these two, and none of the audience either, but no, especially the earpiece here, no questions during the break. All right, I'm ready. Give me the question. Let's go. You, okay. We have email people that are saying, go back to pro-life and stop talking about Islam. Abortion is murder. Abortion is murder. It's murder. It's not manslaughter, it's murder. Murder is the deliberate destruction of a judicially innocent human life. I'm going to say that definition again. Put that on the screen for him, would you? Murder is the deliberate destruction of a judicially innocent human life. Are you ready? Deliberate. Someone is setting out to kill a human person. Destruction. It's the person is dead. Judicially innocent. So what that means is that's critical. It's not manslaughter. Got in a fist fight. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's not an accident. Driving a car, boom. That's not murder. It's just an accident. It's not war. Killing in just war is not murder. And it is not capital punishment. A judicially innocent human life. And we're dealing with a human being. You can't murder a cow. Okay? You can kill a cow. You cannot murder a cow. Murder is the crime of a human being killing another human being deliberately. Murder. Okay, you shall not murder, says the commandment. It doesn't say you shall not kill, it says you shall not murder. And whoso sheds man's blood, by man his blood shall be shed, for in the image of God made he man. All right, that's what God told Noah when him and his family got off the boat. Now, there's 3 or 4 different ways I need to approach this. One is, I am rightly rebuked. I should every single day, Billy Bob, you remind me, every day, God, forgive me, Lord. It's news that 3,000 babies were butchered yesterday and thrown into a dumpster. It's news. Some of them were flushed down sewers. If an airplane hit a twin tower, a big building, every day from Muslim terrorists, and every day 3,000 Americans were killed, it would be news, big news every day. Okay? But because this Holocaust is happening off to the side, we tend to forget. And I am rightly rebuked. I should at least mention every day on this program that 3,000 little boys and little girls were summarily murdered yesterday. And it's happening right now. Right now, there's babies being killed in America. God forgive me. All right, so that's number 1. Number 2. It is the most important sin, crime going on in America today is child killing. But it's not the only one, okay? And on a broadcast side, if I were to try and only speak every single day about child killing, this show would be off the air, all right? There's no network that is going to carry a program that is beating one drum. I don't care what the drum is, okay? And it's not good television. It's not well-rounded life. I still have a wife and sons that I have to love and raise and provide for. I go to basketball games with my son. Even though they kill babies, I'm still playing basketball with my boys. I mean, this is one of the great horrors to me. Why, I used to, when I first started in my pro-life work, I would say, why do birds sing while babies are being killed? It was so distressing to me that this could even be going on, all these babies being murdered, and life just goes on as normal. Flowers bloom. It was very perplexing to me. It still is, but not as much. So that's number 2, all right? Number 3, concerning ISIS. Now this is gonna get me in trouble with some people, but I have to be honest. One of the biggest things that I can give to you as a broadcaster, as a Christian leader, as a man who has been in many fights and preached in many churches, one of the best things that I can give to you is honesty, transparency, to really show, not to try and play a role, but to be real. So here it is. All right, you asked me the question. All right, I'm taking as long as I want for the viewer's sake. He's telling me I got to go out. Hey, we're over our time. Oh, you just hold on. You wait. If you had to choose between living in Riyadh, which is the capital of Saudi Arabia, where they do not kill babies, there's no abortion mills, no abortion clinics, no abortion in Saudi Arabia, okay? If you had to choose between living in Saudi Arabia, where they do not kill babies, or living in America, where they do kill babies, what would you choose? I'm just asking. Now, there's a point to this. 99 out of 100 people would say, I choose to live in America. And the reason is because of freedom and because of your ability to practice Christianity and your ability to fight. Abortion targets and kills a baby, okay? But Islam targets the extinction of the church. Islam wants to eliminate Christianity, to either enslave you, convert you, kill you, to stop church bells from ringing, crosses and crucifixes from being seen. It's illegal to preach the gospel. Think of hell opening wide its mouth to receive the souls that are trapped in these godless Muslim regimes. And then you'll think, you know what? I understand why he talks about Islam. Yes, Randall, talk about child killing. But yes, Randall, talk about Islam. I'll be right back with another question in my ear. Don't go away. Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas referred to John Locke twice in his dissent in the Obergefell decision. John Locke is referred to as the philosopher of American liberty. He was a genius, and he not only believed in natural law, but he believed in revealed law, the Word of God, the law of God. And he is one of the two most influential philosophers on the founders of this republic. We are offering you this book, and I'm going to give you my book as well, The Sword. The Sword, the subtitle is The Blessing of Righteous Government and the Overthrow of Tyrants. It looks at what is the legitimate purpose of government and when is it our right to overthrow government like they did with the Declaration of Independence. We will send you these two books if you simply pay for the shipping and handling, $8, and then give whatever else you want. And by the way, the $8 doesn't cover our cost, but if that's all you can afford, we'll send them to you for the $8. God bless you. Welcome to a special edition off the cuff of Voice of Resistance. I'm your host, Randall Terry. This is my earpiece, which normally is used to count me down, but I decided I would throw it into the control room so that Billy Bob and Bobby Sue could ask me questions, and I would answer. And this is unscripted, okay? By the way, one other quick thing before you give me your next question. I want to talk about Trump. Right now, the latest polls just came out showing Trump beating Hillary in a head-to-head election, all right? There's polls showing that Trump would take New York. New York has not gone to a Republican since Ronald Reagan, okay? If he could take New York, it could be a landslide. But I'm going to tell you why it would be a blast if Trump, I don't think that he's the moral reformer that we want. I'm on the record, okay? But I think one of the reasons it would be entertaining to see Trump go against Hillary is because Trump will mock her. Trump will mock her. G.K. Chesterton said, "That which is ridiculous deserves to be ridiculed." And he will mock her. He'll go after, look at what he's done with the press. Look at what he's done with other, his opponents. He's just waiting. Imagine him tweeting on Hillary. Woo! All right, back to you. What's the question? All right, one of the viewers wrote, "You're supposed to be asking me questions. You're taking questions from the viewers. You're reading emails. I wanted it from you." Oh, they're cheating. All right, so the email, here's what the viewer wrote and said, "You should be supporting Rand Paul. Donald Trump is not pro-life. Rand Paul has been a staunch supporter of life." First of all, I am not supporting Donald Trump in the sense that you've never heard me say you all need to vote for Donald Trump. I think Ted Cruz is a more morally guided candidate than Trump. I think that I don't trust Rand Paul. I used to. If you look back in the archives, there was a time 5-6 years ago I was saying run, Rand, run for president. But he has just disappointed me. His response to the Obergefell decision on homosexual marriage was appalling. That's when he lost me. I said, "That's it, I'm done." So he said that that marriage was a contract, and that the government should just stay out of it and let people have any contract that they want. Whoa! It's not just a contract; it's a covenant. It's a sacrament. So anyway, that's where he lost me. So Donald Trump. One of the reasons I'm so enthusiastic about Donald Trump is because he is decimating the infrastructure of the Republican machine. Now, please hear me, all right? Because the question was about pro-life. Listen to me. How can we be 40-something years into Roe versus Wade, 40-something years, with billions and billions of dollars raised to fight abortion and to be at the place where we're still just churning out dead babies? How can this happen? How has this been possible? I'll tell you how. You listen to me. It's the Republicans' fault. It is not the Democrats' fault. It is the Republicans who betrayed us and gave us pro-abortion Supreme Court judges. It's the Republicans who refused to say, no, we're not going to have Sotomayor. They controlled the Senate and the Judiciary Committee. And they let Obama give us godless, baby-killing candidates, openly, stridently pro-death and pro-homosexual marriage candidates. All right? It's the Republicans who have not impeached the 3 judges who broke the law by performing homosexual marriages and then ruling on the case. They were required by law to recuse themselves. It's the Republicans who, when they controlled the House and the Senate, the purse strings with Bush, that they never once defunded Planned Parenthood. It's the Republicans with Boehner and McConnell. Let's go, you can go back to the Bush era, you can go now. Boehner and McConnell controlling the House and the Senate, refused to defund Planned Parenthood, refused to make child killing an issue, refused to pass a bill that says, look, after viability, at 21 weeks, you can no longer kill a baby in the United States, right? Gee, wow, that's really bold. And they wouldn't even do that. So the reason that I'm excited about Donald Trump, because of my pro-life work and my pro-life convictions, I'm starting to preach now, it got me riled up here, is because I want to win. And the Republicans in D.C. are the greatest impediment, the greatest roadblock to victory are the Republicans, not the Democrats. And the Republicans will seduce us and use us and ask us for money and help us raise money so that we can just keep going on with business as usual. Donald Trump can bring a sledgehammer to those insiders and the South Carolina, the Lindsey Grahams and the Mitch McConnells of the Senate. I'm over there. I am over on a break. I got a little segment left. We'll take one more question. I feel better. That's why, folks, that's why Donald Trump, pro-life, there's actually a method to the madness going on here. Can you get a close shot and see if there's a hole from here all the way to the other side? Friend, this TV show represents a mission. It's to be a voice of resistance to the evil in the land, but also to inspire people like you to take a stand at any level that you might be able to equip you, to inspire you, to challenge you, to give you the rhetorical ammunition that you need. But we still have to pay bills. This program, as you know if you're a regular viewer, we don't spend a lot of time raising money. We don't spend a lot of time saying, oh, you need to buy this and we're going to run it. No, we're bringing you a message, but we still have bills that we need to pay. I'm asking you, if you have been blessed by this show, to please go to our website or send a check to the address you see on the screen or call the phone number that you see on the screen and use your credit card and to give $50 or $100 or $500 just to help us meet our normal expenses. And we'll keep bringing you this hard-hitting show. Friends, this is unscripted today, and it's like standing in front of a crowd of people, which I've done many times, and just taking questions, okay? Go ahead. Last question from Billy Bob or Bobby Sue. Ooh, somebody who's saying that they want to run for office, but they are receiving their Social Security check, and they would feel two-faced if they ran. All right, here's your out. You've got several outs. Number one, you could say, I'm done taking Social Security. If you financially can't do that, ethically, there is a difference between socialism and Social Security in that you paid in against your will all your life. You have paid into that system, and the government told you, whether you wanted it or not, that we're going to put this money aside, it's going to be there for you. So ethically, it's not the same. There you go. I mean, there's your out. The issue then becomes, you say, look, I'm willing, even though I'm on Social Security, I'm willing to phase it out. Everyone who's on it and needs it, we're never going to change it. But there has to come a place where an age break occurs, where if you're 30 years old or younger, just picking an arbitrary number, we're going to phase you out. You're not going to pay in, and you're not going to have anything there for you when you get older. So you better start saving. In other words, we're going to give people complete control of their money and their retirement money as it comes to what will be theirs in old age. It's a novel thought. It's freedom. So you're not a hypocrite to do it. You're not a hypocrite to do it. Go for it. If that's the only thing stopping you, call me. I'll help you run. you.